If you are starting out in wholesale real estate with $0 in your bank account, you have to accept one reality up front. Your lack of financial capital must be replaced by immense sweat equity. In this video, we are going to cover the exact roadmap to close your first deal using absolutely no money. Then, we will look at the operational strategy required to use that first win to scale your business to 10 deals a month. To start today, you need three non-negotiable tools: your personal cell phone, a free spreadsheet to track your data, and a daily commitment of 3 to 4 hours. Without a marketing budget to buy lists or run ads, your time and your discipline are the only currencies that will get your real estate operation off the ground. Step one is acquiring your leads. The most effective free method is driving for dollars. You physically scout neighborhoods looking for properties with visible neglect, boarded up windows, overgrown grass, or a failing roof. If you can't drive, your alternative is the local county assessor's office. Call them and request their free public lists of tax delinquent properties or homes with active code violations. This split screen shows how you process those addresses. You take the distressed home on the left and plug the address into a free skip tracing platform to find the homeowner's phone number on the right. While manually finding addresses and skip tracing them one by one is tedious, it builds a proprietary list. You bypass the saturated publicly purchased lists and target distressed sellers no one else is calling. This five-step process flow outlines the conversation framework you need to handle your daily quota of 100 to 200 calls without getting instantly rejected. Step one is the opening. You want to sound like a casual neighbor calling out of the blue, not a corporate investor reading a script. In step two, you set the stage. By explicitly asking the seller for 5 to 10 minutes of their time to ask a few questions, you stop them from anxiously guessing your agenda. Step three is finding motivation. Ask problem-inducing questions. Your goal here is to make the seller vocalize their frustrations and realize the depth of their property issues. At step four, you assess the condition. Ask about major structural items like the roof, HVAC, and plumbing so you can establish an accurate baseline for the property's value. Finally, step five covers the deal killers. You isolate their required timeline, target price, and any other decision makers early. This clears out hidden objections before you ever make an offer. By controlling the structure of the conversation, you force the seller into a position where they can give you a confident yes or no, ensuring you don't waste hours on dead-end follow-ups. This formula shows how you determine your price. You look online for what similar distressed properties recently sold for, and then you subtract your desired profit margin, usually $5,000 to $10,000, to establish your maximum offer. When they accept, you lock in the deal using a free electronic purchase agreement. Sending it digitally removes paperwork friction and lets the seller sign with a few simple clicks. Next, you find a cash buyer. Go look at recent all-cash sales in that exact same neighborhood. Find out which real estate agents represented the buyers and call them to see if their clients want another property. Once you secure a buyer, you assign the contract to them, submit all the paperwork to a title company that handles assignment contracts, and wait for your fee to be wired on closing day. At its core, wholesaling is a matchmaking service between distressed sellers and active investors. You execute the entire transaction without risking a single dollar of your own money. After months of grinding, closing that first deal feels like a massive victory. But the most common mistake beginners make is spending that entire $5,000 or $10,000 check on personal lifestyle upgrades. This diagram outlines the 50% reinvestment rule. Your first assignment fee splits cleanly in half. One portion is your take-home pay. The other half is strictly locked away to fund your operational growth. The $0 outbound strategy is effective for getting off the ground, but a single human can only call a few hundred people a day. This manual labor eventually caps your potential lead volume and risks burnout. By shifting capital into automated marketing, you increase the number of leads hitting your CRM while decreasing the manual hours required to find them. This volume is what bridges the gap between closing one deal every few months and maintaining a consistent monthly pipeline. With your new marketing capital secured, you face a choice. Do you manage your own pay-per-click ads, or do you use professional third-party lead providers? Self-managing ads comes with a steep algorithmic learning curve. A minor targeting error can burn through your entire initial capital reserve before you generate a single qualified lead. This side-by-side comparison illustrates the alternative. Instead of navigating a chaotic ad manager on the left, outsourcing to third-party providers gives you a clean, streamlined CRM on the right. You buy back your time so you can focus entirely on calling and closing. This mock-up of the GetSellers.io platform shows how that works in practice. It operates as a reliable engine for delivering highly motivated inbound seller inquiries directly to your dashboard. And for investors who want to deploy larger capital into high-performance Meta and YouTube campaigns, specialized agencies like Wholesale Media handle the ad management for you. Scaling your operation requires stepping away from the daily minutia of lead generation and letting proven experts build the inbound systems. Success follows a specific progression. You pull free county lists, grind through 200 daily cold calls, and track your conversion metrics until you close that first deal and reinvest half the profit. As this sequence of notifications shows, making that shift changes your daily routine. Instead of bracing for hours of outbound rejection, your phone lights up with warm inbound seller inquiries from people who have already expressed an interest in selling. You can avoid the high costs of learning ad platforms from scratch by utilizing GetSellers.io and Wholesale Media to manage your marketing capital. Long-term growth in wholesaling depends on the automated systems you built once that initial capital is available. By removing the manual labor of lead generation, you can focus on the higher volume task of closing 10 contracts a month.